Hi guys, welcome back to GP Reactions. My name is Gal. This is my channel, and I'm going to be listening to a little bit of music. So this one was suggested to me through Buy Me a Coffee, and I really appreciate this suggestion because I was coming back to this band real soon anyway, and it's nice to do a track from a later album. So this is Sparks, and this is a track called "When Do I Get to Sing My Way." And it's from their 1994 album Gratuitous Set. Okay, do you know what? It feels like a tongue twister. Gratuitous Sax and Senseless Violins. It's easy to kind of like say something else there. This was their 16th studio album. It reached number 38 in the UK Top 40. And of course, we have Russell Mail on vocals and Ron Mail on keyboards. Um, Yeah, really interesting. I don't think I've listened to anything from beyond the 70s from Spark, so it will be interesting to listen to this band and hear what they sound like. See if they've adapted any of the sounds of. I'm trying to think what was around it, like the 90s to mid 90s. Um, there was like a lot of. I'm not really sure how to describe it. It was like Euro pop funk kind of music. I, I- Yeah, I mean, I used to go to the clubs and we used to dance to a lot of stuff, Cotton Eye Joe and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff around like that. Bit of Ace of Base was around. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. So yeah, just thanks everybody for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Um, I'm not looking to get 100,000 people, but another couple of people each week would be very, very nice. So if you enjoy what you're listening to, you enjoy a track, then just click the subscribe button, and I really appreciate that. And yes, thank you, Paul, for this reaction. For buying me a coffee, and anyone who wants to react to music, you can drop me a comment below. I do have an extensive list which I'm trying to dip into here and there. Or you can do it through Buy Me a Coffee for a nominal fee, and I will listen to a track that you suggest. And obviously, if you drop a link as well, then that helps. So, that said, this is Sparks. When do I get to sing my way? Clever twist on the title there. This is an official video as well, so I hope it doesn't get blocked.
No, no use in lecturing them or in threatening them. They will just say, who are you? Is that a question or not? And you see that the plot is predictable, not new, but just as stunned at the things you will do. No, no use in taking their time or in wasting 2 times on a call to God knows who. When all you feel is the rain and it's hard to be vain when no person looks at you. So just be gracious and wait in the queue. So when do I get to sing my way? When do I get to feel like Sinatra? When do I get to sing my way in heaven or hell? So when do I get to do it my way? When do I get to feel like Sid Vicious does? When do I get to...
This is crazy, It's like I'm looking at the way he's dressed. He's kind of like got that sort of a boy's own type look. I take that kind of look. He's got that Peter Andre hair. Whether this was just a style he was wearing for this video, I don't know, but I think it's deliberate. I think that this is. I mean, this is like goodness. This is at least at least I don't know, about 7, 8 years before Pop Stars, Pop Idol. Has to be about 7 or 8 years before Pop Idol. And then we had the X Factor, but this is basically feels like somebody who's trying to get noticed, but maybe they don't know that many things that they can sing. So it does feel like, what's the word, very predictive of a future for people that kind of get famous through television, maybe, and he's got an audience there. So I do love this. I love the way it started. It's black and white, which actually makes it kind of feel quite retro.
When do I get to sing my way in heaven or hell? Yes, it's a tradition, they say, like a bright Christmas day, and traditions must go on. And though I say yes, I see, no, I really don't see, is my smiley face still on? Sign your name with an X, mow the lawn. So when do I get to sing my way? When do I get to feel like Sinatra? When do I get to sing my way in heaven or hell? So when do I get to do it my way? When do I get to feel like Sid Vicious? When do I get to sing my way in heaven or hell?
So I kind of get the feeling from the two different characters that Ron Mail's character is a genius who wants to do the perfect song, but he wants to do it his way, and he doesn't want to sell out. Then you have Russell Mail, who's the get famous quickly character, and I'm loving the sort of like contrast between the two. One of them like lives with like is a frustrated genius, and the other one is just sort of lapping up the fame of everything. And but which one will eventually which one will have longevity, or which one will descend into I think they mentioned like hell, um with what comes with fame and stuff. So it's really, really interesting. I'm trying to think what's going on in 1994 that maybe we could understand better, um what maybe they were looking at to base this song on. But I can only think of people like I don't know really, because there's no. I mean, Pete Andre just had success as a lovely bloke, and I don't think maybe fame has did affect him at some point, but it all seemed very grounded. And I'm only going by the Peter Andre kind of hair that Russell Mail is donning. But yeah, maybe there was something going on. I'm thinking of maybe late 80s. Anyone who was around then that they're basing this on. I got no one springs to mind, but it definitely feels like the kind of fake fame that you get through things like X Factor and Pop Idol, and in fact, so then they are ahead of their times because we didn't really have any pop-related competitions, except for maybe oh shit, what was that show called now? Where they dress up as a singer, a famous singer, and they come on and sing their song. Some of them very good. I can't think what it's called. Stars in Their Eyes, that's it. Where you get Joe Bloggs off street, and then as soon as he comes on, he's shaking Stevens or John Lennon or something, and some of them are absolutely brilliant. But yeah, maybe that's a form of that. So I don't know actually, but also I get a very I mean, these guys are geniuses with their songwriting. Always makes you kind of think about, where they're going with it. But in a way, I'm kind of getting Pet Shop Boys vibes from the way the music's structured. It does feel like I kind of expected a lot of songs to feel back then. So it is giving me those early to mid 90s vibes.
They'll introduce me. Hello, hello. Women seduce me and champagne flows. Then the lights go low. There's only one song I know.
was really interesting, and the thing that I kind of was thinking about at the end was, um, I mean, obviously, they Sparks started out in the 70s, and I'm wondering if this is like a maybe a reflection of the music industry. Maybe this is a little bit of a dig. Um, maybe he's written, like, if you like, he's written a My Way, and he's kind of waiting to sing the stuff he wants to sing and perform the stuff he wants to perform, but the music industry won't let him, or they want to see his popularity and fame, but they don't want that individuality. And there's a lot of artists. They kind of went through this phase of when they had, just as a fame began to wane, they'd have like their sort of greatest hits and stuff. They'd go on the road, and but then during their performance they'd play a new song, and people kind of didn't take to it. So it was like all they wanted was the old songs. I'm probably going off on tangents here, but I kind of feel like maybe this is like the record industry wanted or wants a hit rather than something of substance that might not be a huge hit, but then later down the line it becomes quite an anthemic cult classic of a song. And I'm kind of feeling that Ron Mail's character, in the end, he sells out in this. It was really interesting video, and I'm glad I watched the video to actually understand um, better sort of what the song's about, because I think the song on its own might not have, had as much resonance, but this is definitely about fame and selling out and stuff like that, and it's really, really good. Um, and yeah, the music gave me that kind of Euro synth pop feel about it, which is it's fine. And yeah, Russell Mel looked a lot different in this than I remember him from the 70s. So it was great to see, and I do remember actually seeing Ron Mail on. I can't think what their quiz was now. Never mind the Buzzcocks, that was it. He was on there on one of the panelists, and he's a really, really funny guy. But it's fantastic. I really enjoyed this, and it's really, really good to actually hear a band later on. I'm always saying on his channel that um, it's good to sort of see how they evolve, how they change, how they chameleon like sort of fit in with what's going on around them. So a quick look, see if there's any comments on this. Quite a few comments, and 4.3 million views. So by the way, if you want to watch the whole video without me breaking up, please go to the Sparks page. I will drop the link below. Sparks YouTube page. Somebody saying the melody of his voice in the first part is actually one of the most beautiful things. I really liked it actually. Was that Ron Mail actually singing in the first bit? Because I don't think I've ever heard. Well, I didn't realise he actually sang anything. So 73, Ron Mail's age. I did not know. Sparks, they're fantastic. A lot of people saying they have never heard of this group until this song, and yeah, it's definitely one thing about watching Sparks is that it's a performance as well as music. It's a real performance, and there's a lot of expression that you kind of really get from these two, um, and it's quite comedic. But they really sort of like help give you a really sort of multi-dimensional feel to listening to this music. Is their expressions that actually kind of they're like cues for the video. No, Matt, this was really, really cool. Thanks for suggesting this. And I did have another Sparks track lined up. I can't remember what it was, but it was from maybe one of their 70s albums. I'm definitely, and I remember a couple of tracks from the late 70s, But I mean, obviously, when they're then jumping like 14 years ahead, 15 years maybe. So it's really, really cool to see how they've kind of moved with the times, and definitely going to have to like check out some more, um, see what kind of music they've put out. So if anybody knows exactly, the meaning of this song, because I'm sure I've got it wrong, then please join me in the comments below. But till next time, just take care of yourselves, and as much information, please, in the comments. And definitely, I will be revisiting Spark soon, because like I said, I got another track lined up. So have a great rest of the week.